What's going on, folks? You know what day it is. It is
Taco
Tuesday. I'm KC.
And I'm E.
And she's lit. And we are Not Your Average Podcast. Thank you guys for joining us on our first live event since 2019. God damn. Jesus Christ. Who was here at our last Taco Tuesday event? Make some noise. Yeah. So it's so great to see y'all. So great having y'all in the building. So great being able to see your faces live and in person. How many of y'all listen to our show every Tuesday? Y'all some goddamn lives. I can see who watching. We need more claps than that, goddammit. So if you guys don't know, we're a podcast that goes live every Tuesday at 7:30, 8:30, 9 maybe. But if you set your goddamn notifications, you'll get a notification when we go live, all right?
Yes.
So, yeah, we're on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that.
iTunes,
and iHeartRadio.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that happened during the pandemic. So give some love for iHeartRadio. But we go live. You can watch us on YouTube and on Facebook at Taco Tuesday Podcast every Tuesday.
Yes.
See me and you see E. And we love to hear y'all, see y'all leave the comments. We talk back, you guys are actually live right now on YouTube and Facebook via that camera and that camera. So, act accordingly, all right? My mama watching. Now, it's the first time my mama ever heard me say the word fuck. So, for real, in my life. She was watching the show. She's like, I think you need to tone it down a little bit. Like, it's my show, mama, goddammit. But, yeah, so thank you guys for joining us. Make sure you tip your bartenders, I don't know if they have wait staff, right? No, tip your bartenders. And all the codes for the menu are on the tables here. So make sure you get some food. We have amazing tacos, amazing guacamole.
Yes.
That goddamn guacamole. And what's up, Eva?
Hi, Casey.
Hi.
I've been drinking.
Yes, she has.
Hi.
I'm like, let me get the show started right now before Eva's laying down.
Yeah, I'll be laying down soon. So, hello all. I'm the E of Casey and E. And the whole purpose of this live was to do our 100th episode, but I technically think we're on our 98th episode.
This is our 98th episode, folks.
This is our 98th episode. This is not our 100th episode, but the 100th episode is most definitely coming. So first and foremost, I want to say thank you to all of you who came out, to everybody who's been with us since episode 1, because that shit was probably the worst shit you've ever fucking heard. But we told the most important shit.
Because you keep pushing the button. There you go.
There you go. So our first show was a great show, but you probably didn't hear all of it. So Casey and I have been doing this for almost 100 episodes.
This is our 4th year.
Yeah, we're 4 years old.
And some of y'all just finding out about the shit. God damn it.
Yes. And for those who don't know how we started, I'm gonna give you it's gonna be real quick, so you better get it fast. But
we got the whole story here, actually.
KC was the caterer at one of my woman empowerment events, and he thought
in 2017.
Yes, and he was like, "Man, you're dope. You should have a podcast."
I said this to her husband, actually.
I was like, "What the fuck is that?" I didn't even know at the time. If everybody don't know, Casey and I are 10 and a half years apart.
God damn.
Fuck you. So we're 10.5 years apart. So I was like, what the fuck is a podcast, Casey? Little do he know I was a radio DJ for 2.5 years of my life before I had my first child. So
AM radio.
Fuck you, bitch. So with that being said, the podcast was born at a Taco Tuesday in the city of Inglewood, and we've been together ever since. Yes. And like I said, we are on our 98th episode.
Wait, how did we meet?
Motherfucker, we met through Bruce.
Hey. Shout out to Tree of Life. I don't know if y'all notice, like almost every time y'all see me, I got Brilliance gear on, or something.
Yes,
Malawi has Brilliance gear on right here.
Yes,
But this is the man right here. This is Mr. Brilliance himself. Brilliance stays driven. Tree of Life. Check him out. But yeah, this is my dog, man.
Manager.
He's a rapper.
He's
and
a rapper
artist.
And
not just musical artists, but digital artists and all that jazz.
That's how Casey and I actually met.
So the first 2 years,
Raw Artist event.
First 2 years we saw each other.
4 years ago.
We never saw each other sober. Like we were drunk every time we met. The first time we saw each other sober is when I catered her event.
It was all bad. It was all bad. I was
like, oh, she got to speak. Okay, that's dope. Give her a podcast.
Fuck you. So he came to my event. I was sober, obviously.
At the beginning.
And he was like, man, you dope. You so inspirational. And I was like, well, I don't know what a podcast is. Because I didn't. And he was like, well, I think you should start a podcast. And I was like, well, I'll start a podcast, but you got to do it with me. And the motherfucker been with me ever since.
And so we met at Marcus. No, what it was
on La Brea, motherfucker. Yeah. You're right. You in Inglewood.
We met at a taco spot in Inglewood. Yes, and we're like, well, hey, I'm gonna call it Taco Tuesday. Oh, how about call it Taco Tuesday?
Technically, my husband came up with the name.
Technically. Most of the cool shit that we do, Haji comes up with. Like all the cool names, that's Tahaji. Yeah.
So, and we've been together ever since.
Yeah, man.
So I met him through Bruce. I managed Bruce for 2.5 years, and Casey and I've been together for 4.5 years. So yes, that is our history, that is how we met.
Yes,
and I love you.
I love you too, Eva.
I love you. So
this is just for the camera, y'all. This is just for the camera.
No, it's not. And so it's our 98th episode. Our 100th episode will be in 2 weeks. That is my fault because I actually thought I calculated it correctly.
Well, we had to cancel a couple shows. It was calculated correctly.
Shit happened.
Life happens.
Unfortunately, we wasn't able to make this our 100th episode. So this will be our 98th episode. And we thank every single one of you for being a part of it.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, I met Casey through this gentleman right here.
We already said that, Eva.
In the red shirt. And this gentleman right here was our engineer for 2.5 years.
What up, Christian?
Until we figured some shit out.
Yeah, like our first 20-something episodes.
Yeah, it was like
we recorded in his
26.
living room.
Yes. We recorded in his living room.
Yeah.
I love you. You know how much you mean to me. I love you. So we are here now, and we are on episode 98. And I appreciate every single one of you being here. I appreciate my co-host, who is crazy as fuck, but I appreciate it. So we are about to get you guys into episode 98.
Yeah. All right. So for those of you guys who don't know, or if you haven't heard our show before, we have a format. So we start with what we call chips. We used to have a format. Starts with what we call chips and dip. It's your regular gossip, your tea, your shade room shit. And then we go to our soft shell. And, it's what's going on in the news, stuff like that. Then we go to our hard shell, which is more like community driven and, mental health, stuff like that.
Exactly.
And then we go to our no chaser, where we give you our opinion straight, no chaser. And then we serve you with the bill and just give you the rundown, everything that we talked about in the show. Now, if you watch it for the past year or so, we haven't really been doing that because
KC be fucking up.
Look,
he don't be focused.
Listen, I can only do so much, goddamn.
KC don't be focused.
I'll be focused on making the shit sound good. All right.
Yeah, that's all he focuses on. He don't be focused on that.
But yeah, I do federal and she does state. That's how it works.
Yes, that's how we work.
That's why we're a good connection. That's why we're a good connection. You know what I'm saying? So we keep talking because we don't have a show today. What's been going on, Eva? What's new in the news?
Well, technically, what I wanted to start and talk to you guys about is the fact that we have not actually been live. You want me to come up? We have not actually been live since 2019 December. KC and I have not been live. Our show has not been live. Our last live was December 2019. And then COVID hit March of 2020. And KC and I was actually focusing on our next live to be at the cannabis restaurant because we smoke. So, So we was trying to have our next live there, but because of COVID and because of everything that was going on, KC and I was unable to have our next live at the cannabis restaurant. So with that being said, KC and I really want to talk about how the way people pivoted in the year 2019 to 2020. And I guess because I'm on the mic and Casey is talking to people, I will be the first person
I'm actually
to
doing tech shit. All right. What I do? All right. Let me do my thing.
Well, do it. Do it, motherfucker. Do it. And there he isn't ready. You see what I'm working with? Y'all see what I'm working with?
I'm trying to give you a good angle because you won't come out from the corner. So I'm bringing the camera to you, goddammit. All right. By the way, right now, there are people, if you see me go back to the computer every once in a while, I'm putting the comments of everyone that's watching on YouTube on the screen so everyone can see from all over wherever they're watching. So that's why I keep running back here. So this is for them, Eva. Okay. Now they can see you. All right, there you go.
I hate you. So in 2019, December of 2019, Casey and I had our last live. And with that live, we did not know the pandemic that was coming. So little do a lot of people know, in January of 2020, Casey and I spoke about the coronavirus. Casey and I spoke about the coronavirus because Bruce...
I was like, how did we find out about the coronavirus?
Because Bruce, our motherfucker, sent me a DM and he was like, look at this shit. he was like, this is crazy.
This was like the beginning of January.
Yes.
And
it was like January 10th.
Yeah.
My nigga Tech DM'd me and he was like, Eva, this shit is crazy. Talk about it on the podcast. I think some shit is serious.
And so she sends it to me, and I'm like, this is some conspiracy theory type bullshit. It's like literally, it looked like Outbreak. Like it was people like video from like random cell phones in China, people just dropping on the ground, dropping. I'm like, this is some conspiracy theory shit. Yeah. Let me see what Bruce sending us. So I started Googling. There's a whole trail of shit that people have been talking about this Wuhan virus, but nothing from the US. And so we were like, okay, we got to talk about this. Yes. So in January 2020, we dropped the coronavirus on you guys.
Yes, we did.
And
we did. Because of Bruce, we dropped the coronavirus. At the time, it was called the Wuhan coronavirus. And Casey and I dropped it first.
And then later became the Kung Fu.
I know a lot of people won't give us credit, but Casey and I dropped the coronavirus before it was a COVID-19.
And that was actually one of our most listened to and most replayed episodes ever.
Yes, it was.
We in these streets, y'all. We in these streets. But yeah, so from that, a lot of things that happened. Our whole lives have been flipped, turned upside down. And a lot of us have had to pivot, just to kind of stay afloat. A lot of us found ways to live. A lot of us found new ways to make money. We all turn our passions into our careers, and
most definitely.
Eva.
Well, for me, a lot of you don't know, my husband and I was gonna open a hookah lounge in March of 2020. And because of COVID, we was unable to open our hookah lounge. And due to that and the coronavirus, we went mobile. So we started delivering the hookah, the coals, the burners, and everything. And no one in Los Angeles County was doing what we did. More importantly, not only was no one in LA doing what we did, no one in LA was servicing the fact that everybody does not smoke hookah. And we was doing tea leaves. It's called tobacco. My husband and I have talked to the people who make the tobacco, and it's actually no nicotine, no shisha, and it's just tea leaves. And we started serving that in the year of 2020. So that was our pivot for our business.
Yeah. So instead of having just one spot where you can get the tobacco or their hookah, they bring it to you, and it did pretty well.
Definitely. Did very well.
Just got to pivot. You know what I'm saying? I went from cooking in people's homes to doing meal prep from my home, which is way better. I could smoke and cook at the same time. I'm like, yo, I couldn't do this before. I'm making the same amount of money. So look at that. I can wake up, drink, and make your lunch in my drawers. No, I'm kidding. I didn't do that. I put pants on in the kitchen, y'all. I put pants on in the kitchen sometimes. But yeah, it just made us have to pivot. We all got creative, and it's just a beautiful thing. Like have you had who's had like some type of pivot situation in this past year?
I know B got a pivot. Talk to B. I know B got a pivot.
How did you have to pivot this year due to the pandemic?
I had to quit my job. I had to quit my job. I had to quit my job. I was working at. Hey man, hey, you gonna judge me for everything I do? No, but for real, I had to quit a job that I was working at for like the last 5 years. I was doing graphic design, and I was working crazy hours when me and Eva was doing music. Music thing together. I was literally working like 17, 16-hour days. And I would get off, go home, produce music, write music, go perform music. And it was just like hell for me. And I've never done what I've doing for myself just for me. I've always been doing like multiple things. So it was the first time in my life that I was like, I'm going to focus on what I'm going to do and make it my business. My clothing line, I stepped it up, started making new shirts. Detroit Bad Boys. It's called
Brilliance. What's your clothing line? What's your clothing line, sir?
Brilliance Limited. And I think y'all pretty much know about Brilliance Limited. There's a lot of people in here with Brilliance Limited on. Shout out to Shay right here. Shout out to my girl right here. She got it on. There's a lot of people in here representing. And no, it went from being a hobby to someone on the side to being what I make. That's how I make my money.
Exactly.
So that was a huge pivot for me.
Because in the year of 2019 to 2020, so many people had to pivot. My husband and I, for people who don't, when I say his name is Tahaji. For my husband and I, we had to pivot because we was opening a hookah lounge. And then COVID hit, so we couldn't open our hookah lounge. So we had to pivot and make our business mobile. So many people had to pivot in 2020, and I don't think a lot of people give themselves credit for the pivot. I don't think a lot of people give themselves for the credit that they figured out, oh, this won't work, so this will work. Mm-hmm. And I think that matters. And, as much as you want to think what I do don't matter, it matters because you figured out how to move your business forward. Mm-hmm. And if you figured out how to move your business forward between the years of 2019 and 2020, don't ever discredit yourself because 2019 to 2020 was a real pivot for not just business owners. It was a pivot for every single person. It was a pivot to figure out how to do your 9 to 5. It was a pivot for how to figure out how to take care of your children. It was a pivot for how to figure out how to do this for my mom, how to do this for my dad. It was a pivot, and it mattered. And for that, Casey and I want to tell you, you did well. Yeah. You did well.
Give yourselves a hand, y'all.
Because you are in 2021 now. Yeah. And you pivoted from 2020 to 2021. And that wasn't easy. That wasn't easy for anybody.
Anyone.
And we understand that.
Who else has a pivot moment? Who else pivoted in this past year? Yeah.
Hey, what did I say?
How did I pivot?
That's smubble. That's smubble.
I pivoted because I was able to. I was laid off, but I was able to start my business. Oh, my bad. Hey, y'all. So I was able to start my business, and when I made my first 5-figure month just from, starting this business, which is very scary to do. That was me pivoting and just really being able to take a seat, not actually. My name is Christy. My business is the Power Legacy. My bad. It's the Power Legacy. I was just answering questions, but it's the Power Legacy. I help people start their own nonprofits and for-profits, as well as grant writing and trademarks. So I was able to sit down and actually focus on my business plan and what I want to do and how I want to maneuver it versus running the streets all the time. So COVID helped me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, shout out to COVID for getting her out the streets. She was on these streets, y'all. She was doing anything on these streets, y'all. And COVID brought her out of the streets.
I think the person in front of her got a pivot story too, don't you, Boo? You got a pivot story
Who has
too.
a pivot
The person
story?
in front of Christy got a pivot story too. Don't make me
this
walk
Christy?
to you. Don't make
Wait a
me
minute,
walk to
am
you.
I mean Christy for the first time?
Give her the
Wait a
motherfucking
minute.
mic. She have
gotta
a
make this
pivot
happen.
story too.
What's your pivot?
You better talk. You better talk.
Which one?
You bitch, you better talk.
I want to order tacos. My name is Damaris Gandy. I'm a branding expert. However, during COVID, I pretty much had a whole space that we had to close down because of the whole COVID thing happening, like literally a week after our grand opening. When that happened, I literally just focused on my personal business in hopes that as it grew, I would outgrow the whole COVID situation. And that's pretty much what happened. I had little side hustles that I got to experiment with in addition to that. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you was yelling at me. You got me.
Yeah, that's a give us a testimony now. You better give us a testimony.
Yeah. COVID
Shit about a
was
Honda,
real.
yes.
COVID was very real for a lot of entrepreneurs, and people need to understand the pivot wasn't easy. My husband and I was opening a hookah lounge.
Eva, we
was opening a whole hookah lounge, and we couldn't open our hookah lounge, and because of that, we had to
pivot. Remember?
Eva, we've been here
too, Eva.
Yeah.
I know, it's okay.
So we have another testimonial.
Amen. All right. I guess we're here. How
What
y'all
you got?
doing?
Hey, Rome, what was your pivot?
Huh?
What was your pivot?
Like this.
Kobe.
You see that? I had to. I couldn't
Don't do it to
I
him.
almost tore my Achilles again. All right. So I started photography this year. How Chrissy gonna kick my ass when I send that paperwork back to her? Boy, I tell you, she gonna be upset with me. So I started photography business over COVID, man. So I do acting first. Came out, I was like, all right, this slowing down. Wasn't really having fun with that. So what we're gonna do? Started the photography thing. That started out cool. Eva called me up, was like, yo, you know how to shoot. I was like, I mean, what you talking about? Like, what kind of shoot we talking about? She was like, I want to use the camera. I was like, all right, let me get the camera then. So started doing that, John, real quick, man. And next thing you know, man, we put some numbers up in the last year. Yeah, it been crazy. So, man, business been straight. I hope business been straight for everybody else who started their stuff up, man. And I mean, this whole joint looking different. You know what I mean? So it's a whole new world out this joint, man.
Hey, what is your photography company called?
RTS Media Co. If you need me, I'm on Instagram at RTS Media Co. We about to have a whole revamp website dropping soon. LLC dropping soon.
Yeah.
We got videos, commercials, a production company, comedy shows, live art shows, everything coming soon.
Yeah.
But y'all gotta set that deposit in first. Y'all be wilding in these streets, boy.
All right, RTS Media, respect the shooter. Yeah, shout out to Rome. We have another pivot testimony.
First and foremost, shout out to all the amazing entrepreneurs in here, because like we got some power in this room, and we had to make sure everybody said their business name. That's how humble everybody is. So shout out to everybody. I'm gonna do a mental health moment. So my pivot was mental health. I started seeing an amazing therapist in November of last year. I had been like running myself ragged, like working, climbing the corporate ladder. I've done a lot of amazing things. We don't even have to talk about all of it. But the most important thing I realized was that I was sacrificing myself for everyone else and for my goals and to open doors for people. And I was sitting there in like my dream apartment, like in my dream neighborhood, exhausted and not wondering why. So like I had a really good friend who said, hey, my therapist is bomb. She's an amazing Black woman. I reached out to her and the rest is history. And like everybody who knows me and is super close to me has seen like such a drastic change. So y'all, mental health is like so important. Our community does not our community does not take it as seriously, I feel like, as we should, and it becomes a faux pas. But like, y'all, mental health is serious. Like, find your person and get yourself taken care of, because it's been life-changing for me. So that was my pivot.
Yeah, shout out to mental health. Shout out to mental health, especially in our community, y'all. Like she said, normally it's been a faux pas. Shout out to faux pas. You know what I'm talking about? But it's always been a stigma around mental health. You know, it's always been, if you go to see a therapist, then you're crazy. You know what I'm saying? Or you're weak. Or, you know, every single person in here needs to see a therapist, someone someone unbiased. You know, we could talk to our friends, we could talk to our family, we could talk to our loved ones, but there's always a bias there. And they're not going to tell you exactly what you need to hear. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Okay, period. But they're not going to tell you what you need to hear. So having to come from someone that knows nothing about you, you know what I'm saying, and giving you this strictly from, you know, what you're telling them, we all need that. And especially after this past year, what we've all gone through, you know, especially as people of color, you know, but not only us.
Yes,
what up, girl?
Yes.
How you doing? You know, we've all gone through the ringer this past year. You know, we've all gone through so much. So, yo, unleash, unload, because you might feel like you have family you can unload on, but they're going through shit too. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Although I learned through Mel that therapists go through therapist fatigue as well. Exactly. But that's their job too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So they set things in place in order to take care of that. Your family members don't do that. Your friends don't do that. Your friends are trying to handle their shit while you're dumping your shit on them. Yes. You know what I'm saying? They're doing it with a smile on their face and you're not even knowing. Damn, I'm sitting here, I don't know how I'm gonna pay my bills. My baby daddy ain't dropping no diapers off. Blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna see your shit, girl. I'm gonna see your shit, girl. Go ahead, smile on my face. You know, so that just adds to it. So we all need someone we could just unload on that, you know, that's what they do. That's their job. That's what they get paid to do. So seek out a therapist. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely networks of people that would understand issues that we go through, you know, and just research it. Or you can scroll down our news feed or our timeline, and I'm sure we got some posts somewhere about, you know, mental health of people of color. You know, use us as a resource. Taco Tuesday 365 on Instagram. You can go ahead and do that. So, you know, little tag, you know what I'm saying? Anybody else got any 2020, 2021 pivot
you guys got
stories?
Some pivot stories, because that's what we really wanted to talk about. The closer to our 100th episode, we wanted to talk about the pivot stories. When people want to start something and due to COVID, they was unable to make that happen. So that's what really matters, because I think nothing matters more than a pivot story. You need to know how people started something and then all of a sudden it couldn't happen. So they had to fix it, and they had to correct it, and they had to make it better.
We have another pivot story over here.
Well, my name is Victor. So pretty much in the beginning of the COVID, I'm a realtor, right? Okay. And I was doing really good, and then COVID hit, and I think I lost about $80,000 in commission. I had to go and do tutoring for special needs kids, but my pivot moment was my wife, because she gave me the strength, and we both graduated at the same time from CSUN, you know, and we've been struggling, but now, literally, I'm about to have like literally $2 million in listings, you know? And I just passed my license
Congratulations.
as well to sell insurances.
Nice.
So we'll be taking care of you, and I'll be taking care of you, girl. So,
And that matters. People
Just to
don't
let y'all know.
understand. Yes.
You guys got married right before the pandemic, right? And they both graduated college together during the pandemic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So talk about
And they're
motherfucking
faithful
pivots.
listeners. They're faithful
about
listeners to the
pivots.
podcast. So
And let me tell you about the support that's in this room right now. Just real quick.
tell them, Casey. Tell them, Casey.
This young lady, Malawi, his beautiful wife, I met her at the first restaurant that this young lady and I opened back in 2014, 15? Yeah. She was a regular customer. She was one of our only regular customers, came every day. And if she couldn't eat in, she would just take it to go. And this was 5-6 years ago.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
yes.
And here she is not only supporting me at Taco Tuesday, but she's rocking one of my best friends' gear right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this
That
is the support
matters.
that we
That
have in this
matters.
room. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
I just love it. And I also want to say I appreciate every single person in here, whether we just met tonight or we met last year
Casey
or 5 years
feeling
ago.
all fuzzy. Casey
how many years
feeling
ago?
all fuzzy.
Yeah, decades ago. You know what I'm saying? So
Casey feeling fuzzy.
I'm feeling fuzzy, you know what I'm saying?
You're
A little,
feeling
glow
fuzzy.
sticky, you know what I'm saying? I ain't take
You
no shrooms
feeling
though. I ain't take no
fuzzy.
shrooms. But yeah, it's all about support, y'all. Like this is beautiful. When we put the Eventbrite up,
Yeah.
it was 50 people?
I put it at 45.
45.
And then we sold out in a day.
Yeah.
So I had to extend
then-
it. And I had to extend it. And I had
But then
to extend it.
knowing how LA is, we're like, okay, all those people not coming to the they're gonna say they're coming,
Exactly.
but they're all not coming. You know what I'm saying? So we boosted up a little bit and boosted it up to 70?
We went to 75.
Yeah. And this is the perfect number of people for this place.
Exactly.
This is a perfect crowd.
I
And the
agree with
perfect
you.
people, period, for this event, for this place. So thank y'all for coming out. Good night. No, I was playing. We're
It's
still going.
almost our
We're still
100th
going.
show. Our 100th show. We on 98, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get into some what's been going on. What's
We're on
happening?
the 98th
We
show
already talked about that.
of our
Let's-
podcast. We are 4 years old, and fuck Casey.
So
I'm
Drake.
proud. Casey don't be really into the zone that I'm on, but I'm proud. He's younger than me.
I
He's
haven't
younger
drank
than me.
enough to get to the zone that she's on.
Oh,
right now.
I've drank more than enough. So we're good. We're good. So, with that being said, what do you want to talk about, babe?
I want to talk about what's happened recently.
Talk about it.
So
Well, we
as you
got
guys
the
know,
Governor Recall.
last week-
We got Donda's album.
Yeah.
We got Drake's album.
Yeah.
So what do you want to talk about? If you guys don't know, I have worked for Drake and Casey has worked for Kanye. So Casey and I have two different opinions on the best album that dropped.
I'm not gonna lie.
Obviously, I think it's
I'm not
CLB.
biased at all. I'm not biased at all. They're
Oh, I'm
two different-
biased as fuck.
Yeah, you are.
I'm biased as fuck.
They're two totally different albums to me. Like
I'm biased as
they're
fuck.
two totally different projects. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck 'em,
Two totally
fuck
different
'em
genres.
both. Fuck them
Drake-
both. The best is CLB.
What about the what? We got that coming. Don't worry about it. We got you.
Don't worry. We got you.
We got you.
We got
So yeah, as you guys know, Donda just dropped last Sunday after forever anticipating after about 15 listening parties and drop dates. And I mean, yes.
But that's CLB though.
Hold on, wait, we're not there yet.
Don't sleep.
We're not there yet.
You know I love Aubrey.
Somebody get her Powerade.
But I love Aubrey. Don't fuck with Aubrey.
So yes, as a lot of you guys know, I was Kanye's private chef for about 2 years. And I was there for I heard a lot of tracks that were coming before they were here. I heard a lot of tracks that never made it to the album. And, say it again? Oh, I did a little work, a little work here and there.
He did nothing. He did nothing.
But see, your friends will shout you out and try to make you brag about
I
yourself.
see her, and I appreciate her. I appreciate it.
but it's a completely different project. Like when I listen to Kanye, it's like 3 different albums. It's like 3 different albums in one. First of all,
3 different albums. That's
the
what
length shows it. But everyone's like, "Yo, it's like 20 something tracks." Blah blah blah. Chris Brown could drop a 40-track album and it's cool.
Well, but Kanye's not.
Snoop could drop a 40-track album and it's cool. But Kanye, you know what I had to do? I had to listen to Kanye's album. Like I put it on like probably like 6 o'clock in the morning. That's when I actually get out of bed, and it's like you coast through like the first like 5-6 tracks as you're immersed in it, you know.
I wasn't immersed.
But this is the thing. I watched the release parties. I watched all that the listening parties. So I saw his visuals. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking of that visually as I'm listening to his album, which is very smart of him to do. You know what I'm saying? It gives you that. And then he gets to the spiritual or, the regular top 40 stuff, which, which is a whole different vibe. You know what I'm saying? Something for everybody. Now, for me, the whole thing was for me. But for a lot of people, it's either I fuck with this track to this track, or this track to this track, or this track to this track. That's not a bad thing when you have 20-something tracks. You know what I'm saying? Because at some point, someone's going to like one of those albums in that project. Right. Now, as far as Drake...
Don't fuck with it, Casey. You know I love me some Aubrey.
I do too.
I love me some Aubrey. I'm about to defend him, y'all. I'm about to defend him.
No. I was a fan of I've always been a fan of Drake. I was a fan of Drake when he was
some Aubrey.
This dude, the dude in the wheelchair is rapping now. Like what is happening? Like I've always been a fan of Drake. But the thing with Drake's album is you could tell I'm confused because I'm like, you've been going for so long and you're still miserable. Like you don't have no friends.
Like, he's not miserable though.
I'm like, you're still talking about not having friends. You're still talking about how girls use you. You're still talking about how they used to like you. Now they don't like you. Maybe you got at some point you got to be like, maybe it's me.
Pipe down.
I'm looking at growth. I'm just looking at, how people grow over the past 15 years that you've been doing the thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you still have these same issues. But maybe it's because you still have the same 20-year-old girls at your house. But never mind, we're not gonna go there. But what'd you say?
CSU R. Kelly.
Hey.
No. He got credit. No. He got credit on a couple songs.
But yeah, I feel like it was definitely a solid album. Definitely a solid album.
Which one was a solid
There's 3
album?
good songs on it.
As you guys can see, face to face, live to live, Casey and I do not agree. Which one was a solid album?
This is me and Eva right here. This is like real life, right?
This is our real life. Yes.
No, he had some solid songs.
C.O.B. was a solid album.
Cool. But my thing is, I was just like, okay, I'm just waiting for all these quotes. I'm waiting for all the quotes on everybody's picture, everybody's story.
There's no quotes. There's no quotes.
No quotes. Where were you the past week?
Motherfucker, I've been there.
Where?
There's no quotes. There is no quotes.
All right. Who has a favorite quote from Drake's last album?
There's no quote.
What's your favorite quote?
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, wait.
It ain't a whole quote. Don't do it.
Hold on.
To wife her. She ain't Aisha enough to wife her.
All right. And there's another quote that you see all over the place talking about, she got it. Because, jazz come with the lyrics.
All right, now y'all can't quote me word for word, but he talking about, it's good, I'm losing friends and that's a fair trade, whatever that song is, that one.
So I'm losing friends but finding more peace. To me, that's a fair trade.
Losing friends.
And I'm like seeing that on everybody's pictures. I'm like, so everybody out here with no friends? But y'all peaceful in the motherfucker, huh? Don't nobody got friends no more. Okay, cool. That works. But Drake does what he does. He delivered what I expected him to deliver.
But he's a caption king. That's what he is. And that's what you're sleeping on.
You notice how she just said, there's no quotes. Then she goes, he's a caption king. What is he, Eva?
He's the caption king. Quit fucking with Aubrey. He's
I'm a fan.
caption
I'm a
king.
fan.
You're not a fan. You're not a fan. You love Kanye. You're not a fan. You're not a fan. I love this motherfucker.
I have to pick and choose.
You
I
are
have to
not
pick
a
and choose.
fan. You are
I
not
can't-
a fan. You are not a fan.
No, because I agree.
You're not a fan. But it's
Here's the
okay.
thing. This is the thing. Why can't we be fans of both, Eva?
We're not fans of both.
Why?
Because you want to say Aubrey is a bad human. Aubrey
When
is
did
not
I say Aubrey's a bad human?
Aubrey
Look,
is
she
not
called
a
him by
bad
his
human.
government name, y'all.
Yes, Aubrey is not a bad human. He has some rhymes that you don't agree with. But at the end of the day, the things that Aubrey say is factual. Don't fuck with Aubrey.
What'd you say, Bruce?
They be fucking everybody, bitch. How's that a good human?
Don't
Right?
fuck with Aubrey.
Well, if you guys have heard, say something, Eva.
I ain't got shit to say, KC. You motherfucking ass. Is that
As you guys might have heard this past week, a snippet, or actually the whole track from, a whole track. Can I talk?
Nigga, talk. Talk, nigga, talk.
You see, Eva got me riled up.
Talk.
Eva got me wanting to fight. But so a track was released that was supposed to be on Kanye's album Donda, and it featured the amazing, the omnipotent Andre 3 Stacks, Andre 3000, and it was not. It didn't make it on the album. Now you might have heard
yes.
Soulja Boy and Chris Brown taking shots at Kanye because their tracks did not make it on the album. If 3 Stacks did not make it on the goddamn album, sit your ass down.
Agree.
And be humble, because maybe your verse could have made it on Donda 2, but your goofy ass just sitting here want to blast off on social media right away. But anyway, do we have that queued up?
He got it, nigga.
Drop that shit.
Drop it, Fran.
I'm starting to believe ain't no such thing as having strongest. No after all, but this is it done. If there's a heaven, you would think they let you speak to your son. Maybe she has in the form of a baby's laugh. I heard that.
Eva, where is this girl? All right, So we played you the most important part of the song, and because of copyright, we're not gonna play anymore. But because we ain't trying to cash nobody out, because we ain't got none. But I think, definitely that track would have been amazing on Donda with a different Kanye verse somewhere. I mean, the song was dedicated, he mentioned Donda in Andre's verse. Andre mentioned Donda in the verse. It was speaking to Kanye's mom. But, Yeah. But he also spoke to Drake a lot. And it's but it's if you, hold on.
I feel like that's what's on his mind. If you got a close relationship with a parent, my dad is my world. So when stuff go on in my life, I talk to my dad about it. So if he was not here, I would be speaking to him and telling him what I'm going through. So I guess to me, I felt even though he didn't stick on subject with his mom for the whole verse, he was talking to her throughout the verse.
And I concur. I fucks with that. Yeah, but still. Hold on.
You can't tell somebody what they're supposed to say to their parent and what type of relationship they have with their parent. It's that's their personal thing. So if that's what he wanted to tell her at the time, Drake getting on my nerves, then tell her Drake getting on my nerves, and this nigga get on my nerves. He should have wrote the verse that I told him to write, and he ain't write the shit. I'm his daddy. I wrote 808s and whatever the fuck he said, but you know what I'm saying?
All right, I fucks with it. Anyone else agree with that? Yeah? I mean, I agree. I get that. It was he was venting to his mom. Pretty much what he's saying is the Drake situation that he spoke on in his verse on that track was just him pretty much venting to his mom and telling her what's been going on in his life. So it was warranted, in the situation, talking from, a son to his only mom. You know what I'm saying? So that makes sense. Are you done, Eva?
I'm sitting. I'm sitting.
But so the track didn't make the album because Andre 3000 said that, well, first he didn't know it was going to be there was going to be any diss verses. Hold on, I need to bring it back to the thing. Any diss verses to the art and the. I gotta put it back. You got any of my fingerprint? Nigga. But yeah, so he had no idea it was going to be any Drake dissing on there. So also he said that he didn't know it was going to be a clean album, and he said his verse would not work or would not read properly on a clean album. Now, personally, I didn't hear anything on the verse that would not read well on a clean album. I didn't hear swearing, or I didn't hear any vulgarity, but I'm not the artist that wrote it. You know what I'm saying? So if you feel like what you hear after it's mixed and mastered is not what you wanted to present, then yeah, take it off. But I definitely think that it needs to go somewhere. I'm happy it was leaked, but I wish it happened to a point where Andre 3000 was making some money off of it, because right now we're all riding with this and he's not making any cash. But he's good either way. Eva.
Yes.
What up?
I'm right here.
How do you feel?
About what? I like the Andre 3000.
Good night, y'all.
I like Andre 3000.
Yeah.
Version.
Do you like him?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I'm ready for some Outcast situations popping off.
I don't think that's happening.
Well,
I don't think.
Well,
that's
listen, because in this the message that he posted about the track.
Well, you have to.
Oh, now you want to talk.
For those who don't know, KC and I not only have a grievance in music, we have a grievance in age. So, do I think an Andre 3000 and an Outcast album will happen? No. Not. But do I think so? No. But if you want to ask about Andre 3000 and what's going on right now, I don't think there is anything else to say, because I think he said all he needs to say.
So as he said in his message I posted about the track, he listed 7 different artists that he did want to collaborate with.
Yeah,
including,
but he hasn't.
Hold on.
But
listen,
he hasn't.
Including your boy Aubrey
Don't
Drake.
fuck with Aubrey,
you
motherfucker. You keep fucking with Aubrey. I'm gonna fight you. Like, quit fucking with my Jimmy from Degrassi.
I'm saying Andre
fucking with
3000 wants to record with him. How is that fucking with him?
But Aubrey doesn't want to record with him right
Why not?
now. I don't know.
When did he say this?
But he doesn't
He told you?
want to do that.
He was in your DMs?
We've spoken about Andre, and he doesn't want to record with him right now. And you have to respect that. You have to respect
Hey, Haj.
that.
Hey, Drake.
Haj.
Drake been in your girl's DMs.
No.
He about to slide like he did Kim.
The thing is,
He about to Kanye you.
I'm not.
Hey, what's your street name? He gonna have a track named after.
No. The thing is, what they're not understanding
Sliding down Carson.
Aubrey lets them talk they shit and put they shit out in the streets. And then Aubrey comes back and fuck with it all. And you have to understand that. That is the way he does things.
What is our next subject?
That is the way Aubrey does things. And I was his business manager, so I know that is the way he does things. In case he wants to be an asshole about it.
What? I have not said a single bad thing about your boo. Hold on one second.
No, you're talking about Babu. You're talking about Babu. I'm married to Sahaji, but everybody knows how I love Aubrey. So you're talking about Babu.
What do you want to talk about?
All right, I just want to know if it's okay to like Kanye again after everything that happened. You know what I mean? I've been waiting for somebody to say, "Hey, yeah, I'm fucking with Kanye." You know what I mean?
But nobody's fucking with Kanye. Nobody's fucking with Donda. Nobody's fucking. Donda has some good tracks.
So
I'm not going to take that from Donda.
You can like whoever you want to like.
Good tracks.
Now, are you speaking on an artist aspect? Like, is like the person or the art? Is that?
Can we even separate Kanye from the art and the persona?
The art.
They all come in one. They all come in
The
one.
art.
So I just want to see, because I want to be able to enjoy his tracks, but I don't want to.
But how
think
do
about
you
the
like
politics.
Donda? How do you personally like the album? It ain't shit. It ain't shit. It ain't shit.
Can I just say something on what you just asked? And I'm gonna say this because me and KC, well, he'll tell you this. We have literally fought about Kanye, and because of what I do for a living, I get to film and meet a lot of people. And one thing that somebody broke down to me that a lot of people don't think about, and I say this because I read a story about this black man who was selling Trump supporting stuff, and he took the money. He took 90% of the money he made from it and sent it to the college fund for African Americans. And I used to go hard on Casey about Kanye, the shit he said, and the damage he's doing. But at the same time, I also know very loud-spoken, outspoken people who speak about how they do all this blackness by themselves, and the person who sponsored them is Kanye. So can we separate his music?
Yes.
Here's what I'll tell you. Elvis Presley was a pedophile, and yet his music still plays. So for me,
talk to him, Remy.
KC changed my way I looked at it because we both know the amount of stuff this man is doing for no credit and for nothing. Oh, me and you talked about it. And he's doing so much in our community for so many different people with the money from these people who ride without thinking sometimes. Some of those people don't think. And they're like, oh, I love him because he's a black guy who says this about Trump. Give him his money, then he takes it and gives it to other people. And he's keeping the community, a lot of communities going that we don't know about. So that was only 2 cents I wanted to say since you asked that question. I don't want to do this no more. Who got the...
do this no more. Sorry, I'm getting even some water. Thank you, sir. But yeah,
Okay,
so as you notice,
with that being said, Casey, I think Casey thinks I've had enough strength. He doesn't want me to drink anymore.
No, I do want you to drink water. So, and this is like Remy and I will have. Sorry, my voice is going because I've been in Coachella all weekend with this crowd over here. Nerf playing Nerf Wars. But Remy and I, we will have heated debates. We see things very differently on a lot of situations. And it's good to challenge each other. Like if you have people around you that's always agreeing with you, how honest are they with you? How honest are they to you? How honest are the words that are coming out their mouth if they're always agreeing with you? There is no honesty there. There's no person that's on this planet that thinks the exact same way as you do and have the exact same views as you do. You know what I'm saying? What's up?
I said Casey wakes up on Valentine's. What'd you say? You didn't say that. I'm like, oh, nigga, we just woke up.
And then the peace comes. It depends on what I drank the night before. But yeah, so it's good to have people that challenge you. Be okay with having conversations, but constructive conversations. You know what I'm saying? At the week, Remy and I will be in my kitchen. No. Oh, okay. But then like 20 minutes later, after the conversation's over, like, all right, cool. So we drinking tonight? What's going on?
And what I've learned from being able to do that with KC is that the people who are truly not my friends, I know how to articulate myself better with them because I can go ham with him and it's not a threatening thing. Like, you know me, I'm gonna be pro-black. As a black man, I wish more of us could have these heated conversations without feeling threatened and angry with each other to the point of violence. If you understood how many of the opposite people who hate me for what I believe in, that I've been able to articulate better because KC rides on every word that comes out of your mouth. And for somebody being a New Yorker, I should remember that you got to say what you mean and mean what you say because we get held accountable for every word we say. And the only way I learned that is from my brother checking me in the mornings on some simpleness. So thank you.
Anytime. I'll check you anytime. But yeah, so what else do we have, Eva?
I'll put the mic down. So with that being said, we have done our show. Casey and I have talked about what we need to talk about.
They don't listen to the show, apparently.
That wasn't the show?
No, my phone was ringing. I said they don't listen to the show.
I can't.
You can't what?
I can't deal with it.
What's happening?
With that being said, Casey and I are on I-98 show. And for people who do not know what that means, our 100th show is around the corner. What?
You already touched on that.
Who's talking to me? Yes.
We know we on the 98 show.
Yeah.
All that. We know your pivot story.
I'm gonna fuck you up. So let me talk.
That was the voice of God, John. That was the voice of God.
With that being said, we want to thank every single person who came out here to celebrate our show.
So let's move to our soft topic.
No, there is no soft topic. And we want to say thank you. Motherfucker, shut up. We want to say thank you to all of you because little do you know, Casey and I started this show 4.5 years ago. And we didn't know what the fuck
I swear to God, this is real. This is really happening, y'all.
Yes. We didn't know what was happening.
I can't make this shit up. This is really happening.
But thank you. We love you. We are on our 98th show. And thank you.
Yeah, Eva. So what do we have? Recalls coming up, right?
I feel like I'm
Are voting for a recall?
So you're fucking with me.
I want to talk about the recall.
Oh, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Gavin.
Yeah. What's going on with that?
I want all you motherfuckers to vote.
Yes.
I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but I am going to tell you Larry Elder is not our friend.
Pretty much.
I am going to tell you that.
All skin folk All skin folk ain't kin folk. All right.
He's not our friend.
All skin folk ain't kin
I
folk.
am not gonna tell you who to vote for because you guys are adults. You can vote for who you want.
So pretty much, if you guys don't know what we're talking
Larry
about,
Elder is not our friend.
if you guys don't know what we're talking about, there is a recall up at play, and we are currently able to vote for it up until the 14th. Yes. Some of you guys might have gotten it in the mail. Check your mail if you haven't seen it, and you know, send that in early.
If you got it in the mail, go to the polling vote.
Yeah.
This shit matters, you guys. He's not going to be in the office over a year, but if a Republican, and if that Republican Larry Elder gets in the office, you need to understand what he stands for. He doesn't want to put an amount on the minimum wage. He doesn't give a fuck about us. And I hope to God you guys are hearing me. He doesn't give a fuck about us. He doesn't give a fuck about people who look like him.
Pretty much.
So please be mindful.
So like I was saying,
of the recall.
So you vote for yes for the recall or no for the recall.
And let Gavin just run it out. It's less than a year. Let Gavin just run the motherfucker out.
If you vote no,
then we can vote someone else. But Larry Elder is most definitely in the lead.
If you vote no, then he will not be recalled and he'll stay in office. Now, if you vote yes, he'll be recalled, but we won't get a vote as to who replaces him. But the person that's up to replace him is who, Eva?
Larry Elder.
Yes.
Who looks like us, but he is not us. He is not us.
Hold on. What does he say?
He is not us.
Not alive in America. Racism is not an issue in America anymore.
What?
He says, Larry Elder says racism is not an issue in America anymore.
More importantly, he wants to shut down the minimum wage. He wants to take it to zero. He wants to shut down the minimum wage.
So that way any company could offer you whatever they want.
Really need to pay attention to what's going on in the state of California right now.
There is a lot at stake. And just research the people that are placed in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Just do your research.
Just do a little reading.
And not just
you guys
not just memes.
Who you think.
Not just, not just Instagram stories. Actually, do your research on who these people are and what they stand for, and look at their history. Look at the policies they've created. Look at the things they passed on, the bills that they passed. Look at all this, because this all goes like this is where voting matters. Really, a lot of people say, especially like the every 4 years. People, where's the camera? There we go. The every 4 years, people say that, oh, my vote doesn't matter. My vote doesn't matter. They have the electoral college where people just found out about a couple years ago.
Talk to them.
You know what I'm saying? But these local elections, the stuff that happens around us, this is what matters. When y'all go to the grocery store and they say you got to pay 10 cents for a bag, we voted on that, or we did not vote on that. And a lot of us did not vote on that because we have to pay for our bags. You know what I'm saying? What money is allocated to our school systems? What money is allocated to healthcare? All this stuff is in our local elections. This is the stuff that matters. So if you want to make your mark, look at these local elections and research. Don't just say, oh, this sounds good, this sounds good, this sounds good. I had a few friends over for the last election, and we went through every single point of the ballot and looked up the policies for people, looked up what they passed on. You could just go to YouTube and they do their campaign videos. They tell you what they want you to know and what they've done. And they'll brag about stuff they've done, even if it's good or bad, because either way, it's good to somebody, not necessarily you. So you want to make sure you understand what they think is good for America. It's not always necessarily what's good for you. All right. So make sure you guys are doing your research and vote on these local elections. Yeah.
What I want people to understand too, that I just learned, is that when we look down ballot and we look at politicians, we forget to look at school board members, judges. So like a couple things that we voted for, and I was just told this yesterday, got shut down by the judges, not by the politicians or the people that we thought we were voting for. I just learned that. And I'm very into politics and into what I do, but I failed to look at who the judges were. Who are the like he just said, we're just learning, as they call it, the chain of command, how it really works, how elections work, who it matters. And like for me, I'm a big gun person. I'm really big on Black people being armed, right? And at the same time, I was quick to say, I'm not voting for Newsom. I'm going to get him out because he wants to require a mask and he wants to take my gun rights. And then somebody like KC said, do your research. And I looked at this Black dude and I said, oh shit, I can't vote for this dude. Are you stupid? I'd rather have my mask on than this guy who's going to give police everything they want, tell me that reparations should not be given to Black people because it was given to slave masters because by law, slavery was legal, so we had to give them their money back. So now you're telling me like you don't understand the difference between what's legal and what's right and wrong? And they tell you this. Why? Because many of us don't listen. Many of us don't care. We think our vote doesn't matter, and that's how they got us, because if you want the truth, vote down ballot. The president election is a show at this point. But what we don't realize is every state controls themselves more powerful than you think. So if you vote and control your communities, if you go to PTA meetings, you don't see us. But these are when you go to PTA meetings, you don't see us. But your school board and these people are the ones, the reason why Black girls' hair is such criminalized. Why school to prison pipeline is so strong. So
right.
I'm sorry. I just
no. Say shit. I need a co-host. I just did that. I just said that for the reaction, Eva. That's all. It's all for the camera.
I'm scared of Eva, so don't put me in that.
Hey, you closer to her than me. But
my nigga said, "Fuck you, KC." But I love you all the same.
He said I speak for my wife.
All talk.
But no, y'all have no idea.
That's real talk. That's real politics.
Yeah.
No, go out and vote. Don't sit up here and just vote for the big shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's local shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's the shit that matters.
Mm-hmm.
It's state to state shit.
Say word, son.
Real talk. I mean,
talk to him, B.
Texas has shown us.
Yo.
They're trying to reverse Roe v. Wade on a real fucking stage.
And the thing is, when that happened, that empowered so many other states to say, oh, we can do this too. Shit they had no idea they could do. They saw Texas do this shit, and they're like, oh, it's a possibility. So now we have 7 other states that are trying to push us through right now. And will it happen? I guarantee you it will. And all that happens by knowing who you are electing to your Senate, to all that stuff. Because those are people that make these rules. You know what I'm saying? So we got to pay attention, y'all. We got to pay attention.
People, go out and vote. Go out and vote. Literally, like, Republicans will sit up here and tell you, oh, we don't give a damn about abortion. That shit is 6 weeks. But turn around and tell you it's gun laws and we don't give a fuck about them. So how can you give a fuck about gun laws and turn around and say, oh, we give about life at 6 weeks?
Right.
Really? Yeah. Make it make sense.
It's hypocritical.
Make it make sense.
I don't know if y'all already talked about the ordinance in LA, because I know in LA they got an ordinance where they trying to make it that you have to have a vaccination to live, basically. Exactly. Like y'all, we gotta vote on that shit. Like you gotta say no.
It matters.
We're not doing that. Whether regardless if you think you should get the vaccination or not, other people not being able to live because they don't have it, that's not right. That's violating somebody's human rights. Explain it more in what way? I don't know how much more I can explain it.
Well, when you're talking about the vaccination, B.
Yeah, the vaccination. I feel like now
they're making the vaccination seem like if you don't have a vaccination, you're a bad person.
You can't go nowhere.
But that's not the case.
Right.
That's not the case. In the city of Los Angeles and the county of Los Angeles, the vaccination is not the case. But when Casey said, can you explain it more? He's just asking, is there everything that you've inquired on a personal note that you felt needed a vaccination?
I haven't got vaccinated personally.
I haven't either. So
I don't know if I should be saying that shit on camera.
Not
but
fucking with you.
I haven't got sick neither, and I haven't seen anybody talking about vitamin C. I haven't seen nobody talking about garlic pills. I haven't seen anybody talking about a lot of the things that are natural as far as what you can take to cure yourself and to help yourself. What we made for my brother Remy right here, and I was scared that I was gonna lose my brother. And we made something for him and gave it to him every day. And then the next couple of days, he was speaking regular again to me. So this is not being publicized. People are not talking about what God put here on this planet is greater than any man can ever put on this planet. So don't let nobody tell you need to go to a hospital, because a lot of us go to hospitals and we don't come out that motherfucker. It's a lot of black women that go into hospitals and they don't treat them like they treat other women in the hospital. They lose their babies and lose their lives. So like, be educated on who you are, on what you have around you, because everything is already here. I'm not telling people not to go do this or not to go do that, but be educated on both fronts. Don't just listen to what somebody else tell you because you feel like they know more than you or they smarter than you.
So this is something that if you guys watch the show, you see Eva and I will always say, make the best decision for you. Eva's not vaccinated. I am. I was one once it was able to do it, I was like, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. I'm going to be around these people, I'm going to be around these people. I need to get vaccinated for me. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you're talking to somebody that is majorly versed in holistic care. Like if you go through my medicine cabinet, you see vitamin C, you see zinc, you see chlorophyll, you see all types of stuff. And like, I've had a girl go in my cabinet and she saw chlorophyll. She was like, thought it was chloroform. I'm like, I got you here already without doing nothing. Come on now. But anyway, there's so much stuff and vitamins in my cabinet. You know what I'm saying? I understand this, but still I understand I understand the science of the situation. And I understand that there's a lot of stuff about the science that I don't know. I understand the people that are telling us about the science don't know. You know what I'm saying? I know that I've always said it's a test vaccine. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? I was willing to step out and be one of those test subjects. You know what I'm saying? So now that, of course, since then, Pfizer's been FDA approved and all that, but still during this, hold on. No, it has. But
actually, I can show you the paperwork that says it.
It definitely has.
It's not the whole vaccine.
No, that your argument was 2 weeks ago, but it has been. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. You're right.
But exactly. Yeah, that's where I was going. That's where I was going.
Y'all telling me it is? I can show you the paperwork.
That's where I was. That's where I was going.
Oh, but
I said, but technically, it's still in the test period. But the same thing. How long can we go in a situation where we're seeing the stuff mutate? We're seeing the stuff change every day. You know what I'm saying? Then we have new vaccines. That's gonna have a whole nother test period. So the thing is, I did what was best for me and the people around me, and I took that risk. Now, by making people have to take certain things, I'm not for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not for people having to pick their livelihood over over taking a vaccine. I do feel like it is a community situation. Like I feel like me personally, but based on what I've read and from what I can ascertain, I feel like the quicker we all get on the same page, the quicker we can get through this. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I've been holistic my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So this is coming from someone that sees both sides. I know the power of vitamin C. I know the power of zinc. I know the power of elderberry. All that stuff has been in my cabinet for years before the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? But I still understand medicine as well. And there's a possibility you can understand both and pick and make your decision based on that.
What's up, everybody? As I'm like KC, my cabinet has echinacea root, it has golden seal, it has vitamin C, it has all of those things. I still caught the coronavirus. And in that time that I caught the coronavirus, there was 3 days where I realized this is no whore, right? Like, this is an actual disease. This is why people are in the hospital. This is why people are dying, right? So to play as if the holistic approach is the only approach is irresponsible, right? And that's why we are a year and a half in this shit as opposed to getting past it. I had chlamydia. Guess what? No. Chlamydia is curable. 4 pills and you're out, right? Chlamydia is still the #1 STD. Nigga, chlamydia is the #1 STD, right? Because people aren't doing the shit they're supposed to do. Science has gotten us to a point where something like an STD is curable, but we go, I'm not going to the doctors. I'm not doing it. Yes, as colored people, we were used, we were abused, and I understand that. But we have to understand that we are in a different point in society, right? They need our dollars. Yeah, they need our dollars. They absolutely cater to our dollars, right? Our dollars move faster than everyone else. That's why immigrants come to our community. That's why white people cater to our community. That's why McDonald's, every commercial on McDonald's is a nigga doing something. They know they need us. They're not trying to get rid of us, but we aren't protecting our fucking selves. Like, no, nigga, like, no, on some real shit. Like, I understand our hesitation, right? Like, that's an absolute understanding. But you know who's dying from this shit? Us.
Unhealthy us.
Huh?
Unhealthy us.
But that's what our lives are, right? Like, we live in a life where we grew up with ramen noodles and hot dogs, right? That was my lunch.
So my only question to you then is, okay, I got a good question for you.
Ask me.
Tell me when in history the government has done anything to make us trust them.
Wait, stop.
Why can't we? I let him talk.
Wait, no. This is, and what I'm saying to you right now is, you can go on what the government. Wait, no, stop. I'm about to answer your question. Okay. No. What I'm saying is, we can go back to the Civil Rights Bill. Things have happened in our society which has let us know, like, hey, the government doesn't necessarily fuck with us, but they fuck with us. Okay, right? Wait. So let's listen. What are we? Wait. No. Let's have this conversation. No. We can have this conversation.
That's not a conversation.
How am I talking at you? You asked me a question. I responded. That's not a talk at. A talk at is if I didn't hear you and then I just kept saying my shit. I'm talking to you. You asked me a question. I responded.
I didn't get to respond. Go ahead.
Oh, how would you like to respond? Okay. You asked me a question. I responded.
Okay. We're getting there. That's
okay. So what I'm saying is, they don't fuck with us. They fuck with us, right? Like, the #1 conversation on Complex, on anything else, on social media and everything else is right now who? Drake and Kanye. They need our dollars, right? But what we need is our health. We are looking on some other shit. Yeah, like, yes, we can talk about the Tuskegee experiments. We can talk about all this shit. But right now, they are injecting their medical professionals, right? Do you think white people are going to inject their medical professionals with a disease that's going to kill us? That doesn't make fucking sense.
So, again, you still never answered the question.
I did answer the question.
When have they done anything? That's not an answer.
I just said the Civil Rights Bill.
Civil Rights Bill. Who gains the most from the Civil Rights Bill? Us, white women, or other races? Because if you do your research, there's a lot of the
listen. We can argue the Civil Rights Bill. No, wait, stop. We can argue the Civil Rights Bill. No. We can argue the prison complex. There's so many.
But that's the point. If you really do your research on the Civil Rights Bill, we don't gain from that. We don't gain from integration. We didn't gain. It was the worst thing to ever happen to us. Everything. I let you. Because right now, when we had integration, before integration, that's what destroyed Black Wall Street. Not the massacres, is the fact that once they opened integration and we could go into their business, we stopped having ours. The biggest story is the bus. We had the biggest running bus company. Durham was one of the biggest, richest communities for Black people. After integration, we gave our money to them and not from us. There has never been something that they've given us that hasn't fucked us down the line, especially for our children. So when I ask you, what have they done that has helped us? Nothing they have done that has actually helped us. So you talk about health. You talk about our health. So why don't we have more grocery stores in our community? Why do we not? Because doesn't benefit them. But we do have McDonald's, Jack in the Box. We have food stamps that work there. So you have not told me legitimately what this government has done that earns our trust.
What I said to you was, yes, you can say that the civil rights movement benefited white women. Yes, that is a thing. You can say that integration didn't help us. But what we're saying is, if you look at Black Wall Street, you can speak about the bus company, right? But Black Wall Street had the biggest hotel company in Tulsa, Oklahoma, right? If that company survived, it's on the same level as Hilton, right? Right? It's gone, okay? We're talking, they destroyed our dollars, but what they need is they still, like the point that you're missing is they still want our dollars. That's what I'm saying to you. They want our dollars, right?
No.
They're not, they're not out to kill us. No, they're out to keep us alive. Wait, stop. Wait,
prove your point.
I'm talking.
But you're talking, you're not proving your point.
I'm talking to you. I'm talking, right? So the prison system, the school to prison complex, right? What is that for? That's to keep us around, to make sure that they have people in the prison complex, right? Yes, I'm agreeing with you. They're not out there going, hey, Black people are concerned, let's take care of them. What I'm saying is they're saying we have a global pandemic. I can just say pandemic, but I'll say global pandemic. For some reason, it weighs more weight. But there's a global problem, right? They're not injecting their medical field with something that's focused on killing us. Know why? Because they already have methods of killing us that we have not gotten past.
So you ignore population control. You ignore the fact that they are scared that they are not getting the same numbers as that we are, that they've already put out numbers that said that we are out-birthing them, and that if they don't, we would be the leading race at the time, a couple years ago. These are all things that are facts you can look up.
Leading race where? In America or the world? Because we're talking America.
But I'm talking America too.
No, in America, we are 12% of the population.
Who? Okay, so let me ask you a question.
12% of the population.
Let me ask you a question.
Black people are 12% of the population. That's a number I can pull up right now.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Again.
How do you create that number? Let's have an answering question. How do you create that we are 12% of the population?
Math.
No, we do it through the census, which is an estimate, which is a narrative that they've been pushing us. I can tell you right now, I don't believe that narrative, but I don't do the numbers for every city. Based
on what? So stop. No.
Let me answer that question. Let me answer that question. You said based on what? How do I base that number? How do I base that number? Because most of us do not answer the door for census. Most of us do not fill out that paperwork. Most of us are not educated.
But
so if you're asking me, I'm giving you
Remy.
You said math.
Remy,
you didn't
Remy,
say census.
Remy,
I said
one second.
census.
1 second. Have you not, Remy, have you, hold on 1 second. 1 second, stop. Hey, stop, God damn it. Now listen, have you never checked that Black non-Hispanic check mark on any form?
About what?
Never checked the Black non-Hispanic checkbox on any form?
Yes.
All this stuff plays into those
But at the same time, those are still estimates. And you also can look at the fact that there's many Black people in the home who don't check those numbers.
How far do you think these estimates are, though? Like if we have,
let me ask you a question. Again, the same thing I asked him. It's a narrative they're trying to push, right? Just like
what's the narrative?
Every Black man is the deadbeat father. That's a narrative you hear over and over. Or that Black men love interracial dating more than we love Black women. But when you look at the statistics, 80% of Black men are with Black women.
Can we get it quiet a little bit? Hey, can we get the talking down a little bit?
I'm just saying, there's a narrative being pushed over the facts. And I just showed you. The narrative being pushed is that Black men are deadbeat fathers, right? Black men love white women more than that. Yet we still run 80%. You're asking me a question. I'm telling you what makes me think this way.
Go ahead.
Again,
I didn't start talking. I just raised my hand.
No, I know. But I'm not telling him he's 100% wrong. I'm asking questions on why you don't think. But yeah, when I ask those questions, look how angry he got. And this is the wrong with Black people.
Well, hold on, wait, stop.
Bro, you just
wait. Yo,
you just did all that, son.
The reason why he did that is because he's the person that goes off of numbers, facts, and data collected by.
I don't.
Wait, listen. And by you just said it's the people that don't think. So by going by the numbers that are provided to us, you're equating that with not thinking. And if you say someone's not thinking, what are you saying? You're saying they're not intellectual. You're saying that they're stupid. You know what I'm saying? Our words are very fucking powerful, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna have a conversation to ask someone to give me, why do you feel this way? And they tell you why, and you say those don't matter, then it's like, yo, why am I even having a conversation?
But he did the same thing. You do know that, right? When he walked away, and I just overlooked it. Hold on. Now,
hold on. Wait. We have a beautiful young lady.
About me
wait.
To him,
hold on.
and admit that he did the same thing when I was trying to give him my information.
But the thing is, he walked away when you discounted his information. But we've had a beautiful. Hold on, we're not done. Wait, do you want to finish? Because we're not. I don't think we're done. But no, we're not. We're not. I'm hugging someone right now that is against vaccinations. Hold on, wait. What are you doing?
We are going to agree to disagree. Yes, no. Listen, no.
Trust. I am hugging a woman who is against vaccinations. I am pro-vaccination. So by saying that we're one-sided, that is mute. That is completely mute. You know what I'm saying? Wait.
And my men are anti-vax. I'm a nurse. I have no underlying conditions. I had COVID bad. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. I came home with an oxygen tank for 2 months. I could not walk from my bedroom to my bathroom right here. So, am I for the vaccination? I feel like it's car insurance. I'd rather have it and need it than need it and not have it. But do I want it for our kids? No. Do I want it for people that still want or desire kids? No. Because I don't know what the long-term effects are. Do I feel like the way they're going about pushing it is right? No. I'm a nurse. You need me. But if I don't have your vaccination by September 30th, I'm on an unpaid leave. If I don't have your vaccination by November 30th, I'm fired. But if enough of us that don't want the vaccine stick together by November 30th to run your business, you need me. So if that's really how y'all feel, stick together. And when the time comes, if you can't run your fucking business, guess who's gonna be asking for me to come back? But am I for the vaccine? Yes, because I feel like it's benefits. I worked the COVID drive-through. I worked in the hospital ICU. I saw people die by themselves. You had to talk to your people on the fucking iPad. We did not go in there to talk to them. So when the vaccine came out, the numbers did go down. I did see the numbers go down. That is why I did get vaccinated. But do I feel like they should give it to our kids? No, because they don't know the long-term effects. But I have my anti-vaxxer here. And over here, they are not for the shit. So I feel like it's beneficial. If you're older, you know you don't want to have no more kids or do shit. What's the risk? But if you want to still have kids or you have kids, don't make them get it because long-term, y'all can be in the living room watching your TV and the commercial gonna come on and it's gonna say, come in or call this number. Talk!
All right.
Talk!
So look, okay. So
hey,
like she said, we don't my reason
that
for
was my very special person. No,
so again, like she said, when the vaccines were first introduced and they were first approved for emergency use at the time, they knew nothing about the effects, the side effects, the long-term effects. But the people, it's like she said, the numbers went down, but that was because less people were getting tested. More people were just saying, oh, the vaccine is here. But what they didn't tell people was that the vaccine wasn't going to stop you from not being able to transmit or not being able to contract COVID. So even the vaccinated are still contracting and transmitting. What they're not telling you too is that there are a lot of people that are, it's like four out of every 5 people that are hospitalized are fully vaccinated. 4 out of 5 people that are hospitalized are fully vaccinated. Now, if you want to talk numbers, let's talk numbers. 333 million people in America. Only 618,000 cases of people that have died from COVID-related symptoms, right? 620,000 died of COVID-related symptoms, right? 331 million. That's 0.00189. That's not even 1% of the population that have died from COVID-related symptoms. My point is, this is my reason for not getting vaccinated. If over 97% of people that actually contract the virus survive it, what's the point of a vaccine?
Talk.
Now, I understand people say, oh, what about Spanish flu? What about polio and all this other stuff? Those vaccines actually prevented people from catching and transmitting. That's a vaccine. That's a vaccine. And mind you, there were tens of millions of people dying from those actual diseases. Tens of millions of people dying from those actual diseases. Not in the hundreds of thousands. Right? So you got 331 million compared to 600,000. To me, that's not a high number. Now, when people say, oh, data, numbers, this and stuff, it comes from the government. Right, bet. I did 12 years working for the government. 8 years of special ops. One thing I understood, snatching grabs, we understood. Oh, shit. Oh.
Don't get so caught up.
Keep going. Keep going.
Okay. Hey, we're live.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this.
Keep going.
One thing I understand. One thing I do understand. When people want things to stop, they'll submit to whatever. Just like right now, people are getting vaccinated just so they can go back outside and play. Right? A lot of people are getting vaccinated just so they can go back outside and play. They're tired of being stuck in the house. They're tired of being told, I got to wear a mask. They're tired of this. They're tired of that, right? Everybody's tired. Everybody's sick of this and that, being told what to do. I can't go here. I can't go there. I can't do this. So now they're saying, okay, well, what I've learned is the more you say, oh yeah, cool, I'm with it. I'm going for it. Now, mind you, me not doing a vaccine is a personal choice. If you want to do it, that's for you. If you feel like you need it, go. I'm with it. My thing is, I don't know the long-term effects. They haven't done enough research for me in order to find out what the what the long-term effects are. And at the end of the day, like if you I'm trying to say something.
No. Because no, listen.
So what I've learned, when people want things to stop, they'll submit to anything. They'll submit and commit to anything just to get it stopped. But the problem is they don't understand that submission, that willingness to say, okay, do whatever you got to do, I'll accept it, is what drives people to continue to do. So now, at first it was the vaccine was voluntary. Please take it. They're urging everybody to go get it, right? But now all of a sudden, now you're trying to mandate it in order for me to go to the gas station. You're trying to mandate it in order for me to just do everyday shit, just to be an everyday person. You're trying to require employers to make it mandatory as a condition of employment. That's AB. And if you want to talk about it, AB 1102.
This isn't new though.
AB 1102. Right, that's the bill on the table
but
right now.
That's not new though.
Right, it's not new, but a lot of people don't know about it. That's
decades.
But a lot of people don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? So like, and then now you have the whole. Right, but now you got to remember, the actual AB 1102 was a gut and amend. They gut and amended it. It was initially just for telephone. It was for telephone nursing or whatever it was. Yeah. Now it's been gutted and amended to add that portion of it to where you have to where employers are required. It's making a requirement for employers to employ people based on vaccination status. If I'm not mistaken, that's discrimination. You telling me I can't hire this job because I'm not vaccinated with a vaccine that doesn't stop the virus, which is how they presented it in the beginning. Initially they presented it as, oh, it's going to slow the spread. It's going to stop people from contracting the virus. It's going to stop people from. But then when they realized that's not what it was designed to do, then it's like, oh, now we're going to mandate it because people stopped. You got to remember, when people found this out, they stopped taking it. When the CDC,
we're not there yet. It's coming.
When the CDC said, hey, you know what? You're right. It doesn't stop people from contracting it. It doesn't stop people from. All it does is limit your possibilities.
But I don't remember a point in time when it was ever the vaccine was a cure-all or it stopped you from contracting.
It was supposed to slow the transmission. In order to slow the transmission, you have to either stop transmission or you have to stop transmission or you have to stop it from
slow the transmission, not stop.
But it's
meaning make it less.
But it doesn't do that. The numbers increased when the vaccine came out because you know why? People stopped wearing masks. People stopped doing a lot of things that were.
You know what else happened? when the vaccine came out, a lot of people said, all right, if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask.
Yep.
But guess what? People that were not wearing masks were not vaccinated.
Right. And
that happened all over. I know multiple people that have fake vaccination cards just so they can do stuff. So yes, the numbers are going to go up because people aren't wearing masks and they're still doing this, living the same life. One second, we've had a few questions in this right over.
All right. That's a lot. It's a lot going on right now. Okay, so the only thing I want to say about the entire discussion we just had was at the beginning of this episode, this wonderful 98th episode, as Eva has told us 98 times, is we wanted to be able to have Black people have these conversations without people getting heated. We were talking about Kanye and Donda. So if we can't have conversations about that without getting heated, we really got to get our priorities in order, y'all. Like we sitting here, we got to practice what we preach. So if we sit here talking about this kind of stuff, it's very passionate. I get it, but we got to be able to listen to that stuff without starting to talk over each other. And then it becomes a debate because then nobody's hearing nobody. Now, what I wanted to say, permission to pivot, because we've been talking about pivots. Can we pivot? I got y'all. All right. So we've been talking about Black and brown people being affected by hospitals and distrust of everything. We kind of just brushed right over this whole abortion thing. Black and brown women are going to be disproportionately affected by these types of bills. And so what we have to realize is these bills are not pro-life, they're pro-birth. Because at the end of it, we're forcing people to go through pregnancies. Most of the women in here already know. You don't even know. Most of us are not even aware of a pregnancy until 6 weeks. So if we're talking about forced births, the people who are voting these sorts of things in are the same people, y'all, who are voting against welfare, who are voting for, the things that support the school to prison pipeline. Former teacher here, the shit is real. So these are things, it is so important that you get out there and you vote on those issues and you don't think about it just affecting the general, because this kind of stuff disproportionately affects us. So get out there, vote. When we have these conversations, if y'all ready to have those conversations, you got to be ready to hear each other and you got to be ready to listen. You want to pivot to something else? Jordan, you got something?
All right. Yeah.
She says you want to pick it up.
But yeah, because pretty much we have both sides of the coin, and I feel like over the past at least 5 months, we've heard the same exact things coming from both sides of the coin. Now, this situation was created so we can. I always say, I want to get with the people. I want to have them be able to talk back. I want to be able to have them speak their minds. But like Chris said, we can speak our mind, but we can't lose our heads. You know what I'm saying? Once that happens, then it's all gone. If you say, oh, fuck, never, that's discounting whatever the person that you're talking about is about to say. You know what I'm saying? But also, if you say what you're saying doesn't matter, then there's no point in conversation from either one of you guys. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be able to have these conversations amongst us constructively and end on I'm not a big fan of agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? I respect what you're saying, and you should respect what I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, what you eat don't make me shit. You know what I'm saying? So I respect what you say. Please respect what I'm saying. And especially when I'm giving it to you, respect me, Right. So, all right, headed to our straight no chase. What time is it? God damn. So, you know what? On this note, let's end on a positive note. Where's the other microphone? Yeah. Here you go, E.
Oh, I think it's for me. Okay.
What up, Black?
So we're going to end this on a positive note. We're going to let you guys know we want all of you to have your own opinions. We want all of you to have your own thoughts. We want all of you to think independently and think how you think and vote how you vote and move how you move accordingly. But tonight, we're done with that shit. And anybody who physically fucking follows me, you know I'm done with that shit. So tonight, we're going to end this Monday night, this Labor Day, this holiday. Anybody who pushed 8 hours today, I hope you got that double pay. Yes. I want that double pay in this motherfucker. Because anybody who worked that double pay today, I hope you got it. You earned it. I hope I gave you a ticket because KC didn't tell me everybody to give a ticket to. I hope you all got
How you blame me for a problem that wasn't even the problem?
Give a ticket, you let me know. But tonight on this Monday night, we want to say thank you. This is not KC and I's 100th episode. This is our 98th episode.
Hey,
98,
wait.
Baby.
Hey, which episode is this?
Yeah. So we love you. We thank you. Every single person who came here tonight, we thank you. This is our 98th episode of our podcast, and I promise you, it has not been easy.
I just want to let y'all know, when we record the show every week at my house, she's still this lit.
He gets on my nerves. I can't stand him.
but
I can't stand
she
him.
love me at the
From
same
week
time.
to week.
And
From
we love
week to
y'all.
week. From
Thank you
week
guys
to
for
week.
supporting us for 4 goddamn years.
Yes!
Thank you guys. Like I said, one of the major things this past year that happened during the pandemic is we got picked up by iHeartRadio, and we are nominated for
the Black Podcast Awards.
Yes. So there's been some good things. You know what I'm saying? The pandemic has been good to us. So,
and KC been a star in his low key. I'm just gonna give it up for my co-host. He's got a show coming on Discovery. This motherfucker got a show coming on. KC is one of the dopest motherfuckers ever. Don't you ever sleep. I am so fucking proud of him. This is my friend. And he's been doing his thing. He don't like to call himself a celebrity chef, but don't sleep. The nigga's a celebrity chef.
I'm a chef to celebrities. They don't know me.
They know.
But yeah, guys, thanks for rocking with us for this long, y'all. It's been a crazy ride. We got so many more years coming for you, and a lot of great lives coming back at y'all. I'm happy to be back out and outside again. Being able to just have y'all just be a part of the show. Thank y'all for just spreading y'all love, spreading y'all knowledge, spreading y'all wealth, spreading everything besides COVID. You know what I mean?
You know, I've been gone for a couple of weeks. I thank Cree for covering for me. I love you.
If you guys have watched the show or listened to the show for the past couple of weeks, Cree has been my co-host.
Cree has been the co-host. I love you, Cree. Thank you so much. For people who don't know how we started, Christian was our original engineer. I love you, Chris. And you know, for people who've been with us since show 1, show 2, when we was doing it on the Android phone, we appreciate you.
Yo, dead ass. We were in an echoey ass room with my phone. It was a Samsung. First of all, put some respect on the Samsung.
Fuck the Samsung.
Hey, it got us our first few episodes, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Yes,
all right, then.
But
who had an iPhone and said, I don't know what to do?
But Casey and I, we've been at this for 100 episodes. 100 episodes is not a small defeat.
98.
Please understand, we've done this.
Hey.
I love this man.
And also, I want to thank everyone that's watching right now. You guys can't see this, but the comments have been going crazy this whole fucking show. Like the whole show, the comments have been crazy. And which is why I took the mic back a few times, because they were like, yo, Casey, get the mic back. But shout out to everyone that's watching and everyone
Most
that tunes
definitely.
in. A lot of people are on the East Coast, so it's mad late, especially when we come on at 8 o'clock, 8:30, and y'all are 3 hours ahead of us, and y'all stay grinding with us all these years. Thank you guys so much. It's not unappreciated, if that's a word. But
yes, we thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. Taco Tuesday wouldn't have made it 4 years without you. And we thank you so much from the bottom of our heart.
Yes, give yourselves a hand. So if you guys are not following us, please follow us on Instagram at Taco Tuesday 365. I'm gonna be looking out for new ads. And if you don't subscribe to us on YouTube, it is the Taco Tuesday Podcast. TALKO-podcast. No, Tuesday.
Yes, Tuesday. Yes.
Podcast.
And we thank
I
you
stopped
so
spelling
much.
too.
We
I was
thank you
almost
so
stopped
much.
spelling.
You know, recently we have been nominated for the best podcast of the year. You will see that text.
All right, guys.
And
So
that DM
like
going
always,
out.
yes,
So
like
thank
always,
you.
I'm KC.
I'm E.
And we are Not Your Average Podcast. Holla. Appreciate you, man.